The images of the World Trade Center towers being crashed into and collapsing on 9/11 have been etched into the minds of many people, and after the attacks, communities looked for ways to honor the victims. And as an example, as you can see, in downtown Green Bay, a Twin Towers memorial was put up, but after just 6 years, that memorial needs major repairs. The memorial is outside the Neville Public Museum near the west bank of the Fox River at the Nitschke Main Street Bridge. In a Fox 11 On Assignment special report, Fox 11's Robert Hornacek explains what has happened and who could be stuck with the repair bill.
On June 1st, 2005, visitors from across the country came to Green Bay for the dedication of the 9/11 memorial.
We are deeply grateful of everything that you did for us.
Retired New York City firefighter Joe Turillo, who survived the collapse of both World Trade Center towers on 9/11, was part of that ceremony. Last week, Turillo made another stop to Green Bay and the memorial.
To come here, it's almost a feeling as if the towers just grew right back out of the ground again.
While it was built only 6 years ago, the memorial is already in need of major repairs.
It goes right from the base all the way up.
There are huge cracks in the granite, and in some places the names of the victims can hardly be made out. Turillo, who was so moved by the memorial that he became a member of the committee that built it, says it's sad to see it in such bad condition.
You just don't ever think and believe that these things are going to happen, but you accept it. You don't get yourself too wound up over it. You say, okay, I see what happened. We'll try and figure out why it happened. Let's do what we need to do to repair it and to make the repairs right.
So what happened? Well, that's what we wanted to find out, so I contacted Barb Jack. That's the woman who created the memorial committee, but she declined our request for an on-camera interview. On the phone, she did tell me that all of the materials used in this memorial were donated. And she says there was an issue with the granite. She says water was able to get into the memorial and freeze, causing the granite to crack. And now, just 6 years after it was put in, that granite needs to be replaced.
But the man who donated the granite says the problem with the memorial is not the granite, it's the design.
The stone is granite. It can be outside forever and it'll be fine.
Rob Ripley is the president of Carved Stone Creations in Kaukauna. He says there should have been a space between the granite and the base because as concrete freezes and thaws, it expands and contracts.
It's just expansion contraction issues. There's no issue with anybody's materials per se. It's more it should have been fastened a different way.
So what happens now? According to the state, the committee that built the memorial officially dissolved in 2009. Jack says that's because the memorial was completed, but members of the group are still working to fix the memorial. Jack says the repairs will cost about $34,000. The group has raised $14,000 to pay for the new granite. That leaves $20,000 to pay for the engraving, the artwork, and the laser etching. While an urgent plea for donations is listed on the group's website, asking that they be sent to the committee, Jack says that information is not up to date. She says since the 9/11 committee donated the memorial to the city, it's officially city property, and any donations for the project should be sent to the city. In a statement to Fox 11, Jack said, quote, "We as a committee are working closely with Green Bay to replace the granite."
Here we are 6 years. That's not a long time to have a memorial made out of granite that's deteriorating. It is quite honestly a little bit embarrassing.
Mayor Jim Schmidt is not happy with the situation.
What we were told by the donor was we were going to have this memorial that was going to stand the test of time.
Schmidt says he is committed to making sure the memorial gets fixed, but if the group is not able to raise enough private donations to cover the repairs, he says he will look at using taxpayer money.
The most important thing is that we make this right.
It's not about finger pointing.
Joe Turillo says it's important to get the memorial repaired so similar tributes can be built across the country.
If we're really going to display this memorial and entice other committees in other states, at some point in time they're probably going to want to come here and physically see it. We would rather them not see it like this.
Originally, the group behind the memorial planned to build 50 9/11 memorials, one in each state. So far, Wisconsin is still the only one. Organizers say there are plans in the works for similar memorials in Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Texas. If you have a story you'd like us to look into, email us at fox11onspecialassignment@WLUK.com.